And welcome to another exciting edition of Men's World. Of course, I'm super excited that I've had privilege. Of course, James had to invite me over again. Of course, you're going to be looking at this gentleman that I'm having today. Of course, I have Franklin, Peter, and James.
Yes.
I don't know how to. Good, how can I forget your name? Welcome, guys. Welcome. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Franklin, I know I introduced you last time to the family. Welcome to the family again.
Thank you, thank you.
Peter, today is your first day on Men's World. Welcome, my brother.
Welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
James is the familiar face.
Yeah.
You all know James.
Yeah.
Of course, James is the familiar face. Of course, we are streaming live on our Facebook page. That's live TV. Get to like and comment and join the conversation as we chat on men and money. That's the topic we're having this afternoon. Quite interesting. Of course, on my side,
Yeah.
as we break word,
Yeah.
just to break it down, the icebreaker, I'm the icebreaker. So I think money and men. I think what we're looking at here is in a situation where a man has got money, how is he viewed by society? In a situation where a man has got no money, how is he viewed by society? For me personally, I will tell you, a guy now in the society where I'm coming from is not respected if he doesn't have money. He's seen as a buffoon. Sorry, because of lack of a better term. No, I'll be honest. He's
Yeah,
seen as a buffoon.
that's true.
And one of the weird parts is not only about having money, it's also about having things with money.
Yeah.
And things, when I mean things with money, I'm talking about cars, for example,
Wealth, in
houses,
short.
for example. Yeah, it
Yeah,
could be
wealth.
wealth
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah.
So I think this is where the conversation is at the moment. So let's dive into it, guys.
Yeah.
I hope you're ready. All right, so let's just dive into that. Yeah.
Okay, so I can go first then. I feel like, okay, this is a very interesting topic though. And money and men and money, I feel like every man is attached to some money. And they say money makes the world go around. And if you don't have akaduda, you know, there's some people who value, probably they will rate you, or maybe they will treat you according to akatumba. You get the point? The numbers that you have.
Yes.
And I've seen people who like, okay, they have money, they're respected. The moment they don't have money, it's something else. The moment they get money, it's a different thing.
It's a different thing.
Yeah, and one thing is when we talk about having money, that does not mean having tangible money. Okay, there are people who have money here, and people who have money here.
Now, but do you think the society respects you by having money here?
Okay, so here's what I mean. I don't mean just thinking to say, oh no, how am I going to make money? But I saw a meme which said, how can I transfer my money
In my head to my account.
Yes, the money that I have in my head in my account. How can I do? But that's dumb. You get that? If you have, let's say, skills that can give you money, okay? If you have skills that can give you money, yeah, you can be valued. Because here's the thing. With society, okay, you cannot have that money, let's say, the money that everyone thinks, okay, if you have a certain amount of money, you are wealthy, or probably you're successful. But a little thing that you do will give you value in the society as well. Yeah. I'm not saying if you don't have money, you nobody and stuff like that. No. Okay.
And I respect, that's your viewpoint.
Yeah.
But me, I'll come down to the fact that women will not respect a man without money. And I'm looking at it from a context where if you go down to the society core aspect of it, you will realize to say that for women, they will treat you different as a man if you have a car, for example.
Yeah.
Or you just arrive at the church with a car, for example, or a school with a car, for example. The facial expression by women is totally different from the one that you would get if you got out of a bus, a public bus. That is, you get the point. I'm being realistic here. And that's the scary part, because now the question is, women are saying, love is sweet, yes, but it is sweeter
with money.
Yeah,
I understand. Actually, it's not really about women respecting you. Even the society, how it looks at you when you're with money or without money. You won't have, in fact, you won't have that respect that you should have as a man if you're broke.
In short,
even in funerals, you know, I was reading something on Facebook. It said, ngatufuna kamba pama, let's say pama family's meeting.
Yeah.
When you just want to talk because you're broke, they'll be like, and if it's not time for asking for money, if it's not time for such topics. You know what I mean?
Coming.
Yeah, so I think a man is not well respected by the society when he doesn't have money.
Yeah.
So I think this is a very interesting topic. That is because we should marry man and money.
And money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to come in?
Actually, in our society, money is viewed as a sense of success, or as a view where success is attached to. Anywhere where you see a man is successful, a man has good money, you would say, okay, this man is successful. This man has made it in life. So it as well brings in the sense of brain masculinity, where you see, okay, this person and the power that he holds in terms of decision making, the power in terms of influence, it comes in if you talk about money and all those things.
Timing it down to family respect for people in the family who've got money, as you have raised it. You remember, like, when you go to a family meeting, the people that are given the seats, for example, are those in the family that have got money.
Exactly.
Men, of course, have got money. Even women. For women, it's different. For women, if you have money, because this is a conversation I want to run into as well. But for men, they'll treat them different. The food that they'll prepare will be different. The way they will prepare the food will be different.
Even the place they will
conversation and the decision that they will give them in terms of opportunity, same as what they say at that meeting, will be more than those without money. Even though what they are saying is not completely even important, but they will be respected just because of the money.
What's so funny is that when you go to family gathering, may it be a funeral whatsoever, you never see a rich man going to fetch firewood, going to find the inkuni or whatsoever. Not
Never,
at all.
because they know
they will
it's
always
good man, it's
send the
good
less
to do it.
privileged guys to go and get the firewoods for the funeral, and perhaps, if I'm not wrong, the highly respected men would even have time to sleep. But while these less privileged guys, they will be.
I think I relate. I experienced this scenario. I saw this where a rich man, like, attends a funeral. Okay. Firstly, they say, they take the room. Now you can go out. You can go out. The other broke guy comes. Oh, call it a new cockroach.
You see? Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
But the most important thing, I feel like, okay, yes, money is important,
Very
but
important.
we have to value people first.
Yeah. Yes. In fact, you have raised a very important. I wanted to dive into, but since you have started it, I'm going to allow you to expatiate on it before I dive into it.
Yeah, true. You say, when you value someone, okay, money is made out of value. In fact, let's say if my friend here has got some, let's say, some skills, and there's somebody who's got money, okay, he's broke, but he's got some skills, and somebody's got money. If that person who has money invest in a person who's skillful, they will even make more money. Because why? It's like, mostly we turn to, let's say, to underrate, or maybe, let's say, look down on people that are broke. But there are people who out there who really have brilliant ideas than rich people.
And you remember the saying by is it Professor Lumumba? He did say something that I captured what you're saying. He said, people with ideas don't have power or money, but people without people with money don't have ideas. But they have the power. So you find that this is the realistic of you and our society. There's so much brilliant ideas and skills down there, but because of we have created money as the master of every decision we make, we have now sidelined and put people to the corner. And this is why we're having a conversation to say that in relationship, for example, if you love somebody, should money now define your relationship? Now, because
now it is interesting.
Should money decide your relationship? Because if you're gonna say money is gonna decide your relationship, what happens if the money goes away?
True.
Are you gonna be together? It means you're not gonna be together. Definitely you won't be together. And we have seen couples break up because the motive was money, not necessarily the love. And in some instances, women will marry for wrong reason, and one of the reasons is money. And after they marry that person, they would even want to divorce them after some period of time because they know now they're entitled to some kind of benefit after the divorce.
Yeah, but true. Yeah, okay. I think okay, let me disagree with you a little bit. You know, there's this song, old song by Exile and Nalu, say love Nanjara, you get the point. Okay, okay, that's okay. I think we have to understand that money is needed, but let us not attach ourselves too much to that.
And I think this is a society that we're talking about, because in society we have that concept to say, if you don't have money, you are nothing.
Yeah.
And let me touch a little bit of the part that I explained about relationships.
Yeah.
This is a society that we live in. And you know, girls nowadays, they have that mindset to say, "Ungataliben drama is nothing. A boyfriend without money is
And
not
the funny
a
part,
living
frankly,
thing."
the funny part,
you know?
frankly, is that they will tell you to say that, me, I don't even pay attention to money.
That's
the
a lie.
That's the fallacy. To be
I know.
honest,
Oh, that's a
it
lie.
is a fallacy. It is a
is
fallacy.
lie.
Because psychologically,
True.
actually, that's an opposite statement of now say that I'm actually interested in money. But
Yeah.
because of your situation, my brother, I'll consider you because I love you. But still, you need to pull up your socks and make money.
Exactly,
true.
exactly.
Yeah.
So this is a society that we live in, and those are facts. We can't run away from those facts. Because we're different, girls, and girls also need to understand. They think different. You know, you can't say I've got money in here, but what is in pocket is not showing. It's a different thing from a mind.
And let's not forget. There are women who have got money that end up marrying people, men who have got no money.
Yeah.
How is the respect at the home level, for example? You find that it's totally not as expected. That's the reason why women with money tend up to living on their own without marrying, because. Over the years, I know this because if you look at our tradition and you look at our biblical perspective, as Zambia being a Christian nation, we always say a man is the head of the house. I know there are narrative issues challenging to say there should be equity in terms of how we do things. Of course, we accept that. But according to our way of life, still a man has to be a provider.
Exactly.
And in a situation where a woman now becomes a provider, that's where respect again is not given to a man, because in the mind of a woman who's making money, he's still saying to say this man is not working enough. Therefore, why should I respect him? You get the point. So men also, and I've never seen actually people report to say there's a case of a man who has killed himself because of such pressure. But I know this pressure do happen in certain homes where you have a woman with money marry somebody without money.
I agree. Because let's say if you have money, you have power, you control a lot of
money
stuff.
is power.
Money is power. And I feel like, okay, when we concentrate on money very much and not knowing the use of money, that's where the problem comes in. Let me break it down.
I want to say, you're losing, man. I'm trying to catch the drift. So where are you basing your analysis from?
So here's the thing. If a woman, knows that, okay, probably, Nina Mamuna, this guy's got money and stuff like that, okay? What is that man for? What is that money for? You get the point? Because the thing, I can be like, okay, yes, I need money, but what am I going to use that money for? That's the reason a lot of women destroy their lives. Okay,
guys, let me throw something up. I know, Peter, you want to come in. Let me throw something up on just real talk. What happens if you invite a lady out on a date? And then the lady, when you order food, the lady say, I'm going to pay for the food. What comes into your mind? No, you invited the lady. You invited the lady. Take it that you invited the lady, not the lady invited you. What happened? What goes direct? First thing that goes to your mind. What goes to your mind?
Okay. One thing that ran in my thought would be like, maybe she's looking down on my financial status. Of course, that's the first thing. She's looking down on my financial status. And this is a person who said, we've been talking, and I've been explaining things to her. Now I ask her out, then she decided to pay for the food. It's one thing that I think she's looking down on my financial status. That's why we say money is power. For man to have power, it's not about only having ideas. You need money as well.
I'll disagree with you. It does not mean mean she's looking down on you. You know, there's some ladies who are who willingly sacrifice to say so. Okay, or probably should be like, okay, I know he will pay, but let me make a move first.
But you said first time. You said first time, isn't it?
Yes, the first time. So it's about the first time, right? So you say a lady will be like, okay, I know he will handle that, but let me play that part. Okay, if something goes on, because you know, a lady, you are a man, and we are men, we understand these things. This is reality. When a lady says, no, I'll buy for you this, you can be like, no.
Where are you getting the money from? The question is, where are you getting the money from?
No, but I will be like, no, you like, okay,
It's not in your place. I would like it's not in your place to
do
get something.
that. I'm responsible for
But in
that.
some society, some section of society, it's a normal thing.
Yeah.
And it comes down to how we are brought up again.
Yeah.
We are brought up to manage affairs of life as men.
Yeah, true.
And this is something we need to agree. If we have to change the narrative of saying the perception on how we view if a lady buys you something, has to come down to also what are you going to teach your children? Because you have identified to say that it has become a problem because how we view it has got a negative side to when a lady removes money to say, use this for bus transport.
Yeah.
I say, I have money for bus, I have money for I can pay for myself. You get the point?
So it leads like to a man.
Yeah.
For me, I can. Okay, in most cases, sometimes it happens,
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
get to
yeah.
feel uncomfortable.
Okay, yeah,
I feel
true.
uncomfortable looking at the girls offering.
You've
me.
been given transport?
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh
No, it's good that it's admitted.
Yeah,
I admit,
Yeah.
I feel uncomfortable.
How did it feel? How did it feel?
I feel uncomfortable,
I've
and I
been
feel
a
like
victim before.
and I feel
Wow,
like I've
you
lost.
guys are happening, eh?
I feel like I've lost
victim.
power. I've lost power, the power of the man. You
And
know,
one
looking
thing-
at the girls providing for me.
Franklin, one thing that I like the fact is that of course we've got two case study here. You guys have experienced it.
You have
And
experienced
remember,
that.
real talk, viewers, real talk. When we talk about issue, we're speaking from experience. And one of the experience that I was just, as I'm referring to this experience, if you look at the James and Franklin, they had an experience where they actually were given trust with money by a lady.
Okay, yeah, but here's the real scenario. Yeah. And
James, hold your thought.
okay.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we continue with Men and Money on Men's Talk. We'll be right back. Throw it to James. Mr. Choco, throw it to James.
Okay, so as I was saying, you see, this is a reality situation. It
Welcome us
happened to
back,
me.
James. Welcome us back, dude.
Welcome back to Men's World, Men's Talk right here. And we're having a conversation that's money and men and money, and what really defines who a man is. Is that money? Is that status? Is that being broke, or probably is being rich? So as I was saying, to say, I had a situation to say, I was this lady I was dating. Okay, she was well-to-do, and I was kind of low when it comes to finances, and mostly, I don't know how she knew that I ran out of funds and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, could visit her. At the end, she's like, "Nah, I don't even know." Like, I know I'm. She's like, "No, you go where you go." And I check in my pocket. Probably
Yeah.
she can iron my shirt and stuff like that. After ironing my shirt
Yeah.
and everything, and go, it's like just find. Maybe Kazal in pocket. I was like, "Oh, did you leave some money?" So I was like, "That's for transport." It's like, damn.
So how was your reaction?
No, okay.
What was it?
He said, did you hear the word he said? We don't want to repeat that word, but he said something at the end.
Yes.
That was the expression. huh?
Yeah, so I was like, damn, man, what is this where is this going? And at the end, okay, I wasn't demotivated, but it motivated me to work even extra hard.
Yeah.
You get the point? Because I was like, okay, yeah, she knows that I'm having this kind of a financial difficulty and stuff, but she understands who I am, and she knows what.
Yeah.
Probably she knew. My bad, we're not together. I think she knew who I would become, okay? And she knew 'cause I had interest in A, B, C, D, and stuff like that. And she supported me in some other ways. You get the point? So it's not all about being ashamed, or probably she's trying to compete with you, or maybe she's trying to look down on you. But there's a positive side of it. Not when a lady is after your money here and there. Hey babe, I want some money for hair. No, my pedicure. No, my manicure. No, my nails. Oh, no, what? I'm going out to like,
Is that like doing weaves 3 times in a week?
imagine, imagine, bro. And imagine. I'm not trying to look down or
Yeah,
probably,
no.
but
Yeah.
you know,
There's a level.
some expenses up. unnecessary.
Unnecessary, yeah.
That's the reason why
I wanted
say-
us to come
yeah.
to a different connotation, and this is we're moving step by step. And I know the conversation is about money, men and money, and how they handle money in relationship.
Yeah.
The next phase that I wanted us to have a conversation around is how do men spend money? How do they use their money? That could be another issue. Away from the ladies, how do actually men spend money? But let me just, probably James, you want to exhaust that thought, and probably Franklin and Peter would want to say before we shift to that side of the story.
Okay, yeah. So, like, it has to, the use for money.
Yeah.
Okay, the way that you use your money, like, really defines who you are. And in fact, I cannot say all ladies who ask for money from their boyfriends and whoever, their men, their husbands, or whatever. But it has to come from a very positive side of it. Ladies, don't ask for money just because you feel like. There has to be a reason.
I can feel your passion, man. And the chair is shaking, you know what I mean?
That's not the passion. We call it a zeal towards the call to action.
Yeah,
No,
man.
but for real talk, you know, when you are in a relationship, we need to really understand the vision of a man.
Yeah.
As we request for resources to channel to whatever we see to be important, like air, for example, clothing. Of course, everybody have to look good at the end of the day, but we need to bring it down to the realistic point of view.
Yeah.
What is the end goal of what I'm asking for? Is it going to bring value, and is it a necessary need that I'm requesting for?
Yeah.
When it becomes a necessary need, it changes everything, because now it's not a want, because actually it's a need. If it's a need,
Yeah.
you know how it takes for a need to be accomplished.
Yeah.
But again, for the ladies, I think it's become a trend now, and this is something that we need to address as soon as possible.
Yeah.
When you are in a relationship, it's you know, love is a double thing, and I know men are supposed to be managing the affairs of the relationship, even money-wise, but real talk, women, that's why you are two, and that's the reason why in the Bible it says, God says, let me give you an helper.
Yeah.
He got the rib from Adam and carried and created Eve. The reason why he's defined Eve as a helper is because that when it comes to also managing your life, resource-wise, even other things, a woman has to make sure that he marries the vision and also supplement the vision by making sure that resources are used prudently. Now I'm becoming a lecturer. Let me
All right. So,
Peter has been quiet.
Yeah,
You want to hear
I've
from
been
Peter?
quiet. Okay, I don't want to be misquoted as if I'm supporting the ladies, but I want to understand the aspect of having money and actually what comes with money. So do girls want money, or do they want what comes with money? Believe me, you know, money. A man with money is a very disciplined person. You cannot have money without discipline.
it's a two-way thing.
No,
Let's hear you.
Yes.
Okay.
So when you have money, you're going to be disciplined because you know how you got this money, and you're going to make sure that every coin counts so that it attracts another coin. Exactly. A man with money is actually seen as matured. A man, you know, as we say that, okay, you coming up, putting up with a car and whatsoever, you attract attention because you do what? You are showing a sense of responsibility.
Are you a hardworking person?
I am a very hardworking person.
No, I'm saying it shows also that you're a hardworking
okay,
person.
okay.
Exactly,
Okay,
yes.
okay. So
All right.
let me throw in something.
Yeah.
Or let me say something. I think from the start you said, how do men spend money? So I think for me, I think what the situation
It's
of,
women and alcohol. What's the situation?
the situation we're in,
Yeah.
because I've seen a lot of youths on our age mate, I should say, how they spend money. We also spend money depending on how we earn it, you know, because if you can't say there's a difference between a rich kid and a hustler.
Yeah.
A rich kid, they spend money anyhow. And I heard my friend talking about having discipline. If you look at rich kids, they don't put discipline on money. They spend money anyhow. They spend money on alcohol. They spend money
Frankly,
on
that's
women.
not you a rich kid.
So-
That's what
No.
you do.
And they spend, they spend money buying cars, driving cars, you know. But if you work for that money, you know the sweat that you put in that money. It's different on how you're going to spend.
He has raised a very important point. Like, just take it for example, a person who has worked hard to earn the money that they have made, than the person who has just been given money.
Yeah.
Spending is different. Even you try yourself, get to be given maybe a 1,000, just being given by a relative, and the one that you work hard for,
It's different.
The spending, you see the difference.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
Exactly.
And I feel like how we spend money defines who we are. I'll repeat this sentence. The way we spend money defines who we are. And I feel like when it comes to us men...
Wait, James.
Yeah?
And how we spend money is who we are.
Yeah,
That's
true.
conclude. That's adding. Just adding to your punchline.
Okay, yeah, true. So, but one thing is, we need to understand the value of money in our lives.
Yeah.
And we need to understand why we need money in our lives.
Yeah.
Okay. So the way that I want to use my money, or let's say the way that I acquire my money will define the way I'm going to spend it as well. I've seen, I'm not saying there are people who are not disciplined and stuff like that, but I've seen people who, like, they really work hard, but they spend ruthlessly. It's like,
Yeah.
we get that. They work hard, that's a hard-earned money,
Yeah.
but the way they use the money is very totally different.
Mhm.
Okay. And I feel like if we don't address that, we lose a lot, in fact. Because
Exactly.
those are resources. In fact, imagine you're a married man and you spend money like that. Like, you don't care how you spend your money. It's something else. I feel like when we are spending money as men, we have to know that I'm spending money on valuable things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this thing going to bring, let's say, value in my life, or probably is it going to take me somewhere? Is it going to?
Yeah, and it's weird that our women folks are the one that think about the children's future when it comes to spending.
Exactly,
The men,
you know.
but supposed to be men
And it's
thinking
sad.
about the children's future in terms of investment. If you are earning 5,000 in a month, for example, how are you cutting down that 5,000 to make sure that even your your generation to come here are cutted for that money that you're making? Because you're not only thinking about yourself, but you're thinking about all your children and your children's children in terms of how they will also inherit the trend of spending and using money.
Yeah.
So we're talking about proper investment. What
Yeah.
kind of investment are you doing? There's so many avenue of investment. And one
Exactly.
thing that we get wrong is that there will never be enough a situation where you have enough money.
Yeah, true.
A word for word, guys.
Yeah.
A situation where we say, okay, I have enough money. Even Bill Gates,
He's still making
even
money.
Jack Bezos,
They're still
they're
making money.
working today. Even
Yeah.
though they go in retirement, it's
Yeah.
not retirement per se. Like Jack
Yeah.
Bezos,
Yeah.
he's not retiring completely. He's
Yeah.
going for something else that is going to be working.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So the fight to make enough money will never be there. But what will define you in terms of how you manage your money
Spending.
it's investment.
Investment.
Yeah,
How you
Investment. What
spend
you
it.
invest in.
Yeah.
That's the key word.
Yeah, true. I agree with you, Ndanji. You know, you cannot invest in let's say, in a bigger project when you're not earning that much. It all starts small, in fact. The little you invest, it will grow. It's like a seed. Okay. A seed is very small, but the outcome...
Imagine the maize.
Yeah.
You plant one maize. What do you eat?
Like,
Cup of maize.
plenty.
Yeah.
Plenty.
Yeah.
Plenty. So I feel like we need to understand, and we need to, let's say, to discipline ourselves and to lecture ourselves. Probably we have to research in some ways and how we are going to invest in ourselves as well. Because investment starts with you yourself. Okay.
Point.
It all
Yeah,
starts, let's
that's
say,
true.
here's the thing, a good example. If you get money and you, let's say, you use, let's say, 70% of that. Okay, it's normal. You can use 70% of that, but there has to be some savings there. Let's say you have to pay some bills, some school fees, some whatever, and everything. You get some insurance. But there has to be a certain amount of money that you need to be serving. Okay, so the more that you serve, that money will be accumulated.
Smart
Yeah, but I think
Yes.
what we are like,
Yeah.
what we are like in, let's say, in Africa, or to be specific in Zambia.
As men.
As men, yeah.
Yes.
As men, what we are like in Africa, or particularly to be specific in Zambia, what we are like in as men is discipline, applying discipline to money. Because if you can differentiate a Zambian youth with an American youth, how they spend their money.
Yeah.
I was having conversation with Peter the time we were coming in the car to say, you find that in America, a 20-year-old boy is married, is
Settled.
driving,
Stable job.
is settled.
Yeah.
Now
Coming
look
back
at
on time back home.
Ah,
from work.
very important. Now look at
Yeah.
our boys here in Zambia.
Drinking
the age
alcohol
of
from
20
Monday to Sunday.
From Monday to Sunday, it's alcohol.
Sunday to Sunday.
Yeah.
No, that's
It's-
the
it's
that's
already
real talk.
Friday.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I
That's a
think
sad reality.
we are lucky. We should apply more discipline
And
to
now-
money. We should teach our young boys, or we should teach ourselves as youths, how to spend money.
And-
That's like you said, investment is very important.
Yeah.
You can invest the little you're making in business.
Yeah.
You invest in business to say by, let's say by Friday, or let me say by next month of that much.
So, Franklin, what you're saying, capacity building. So, young people have to be taught that it doesn't have to be millions for you to start something.
We are liking that.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's where we're liking. And the other side of the coin is that I was surprised in my community, for example, looking at what is happening. You have men, right, saying that we don't have money, the government is not helping us enough, but every day they are drinking. My question there is
Exactly. You know?
where are you finding money to get yourself drunk?
Beer.
Because for a normal person to get drunk, probably they'll buy about 6 bottles or something. How much
I'll bring in
I'm just giving an example. Just give an example. But that money, let's say if they are drinking from Sunday to Sunday, 6 bottles to get drunk. If they started keeping that money, for example, for a month, for a year, for 6 months, how much would they have?
That's a lot.
It's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
And I feel
You
like
know?
young people also need to. I understand that the government are doing. I don't want to be too governmental type of approach, but I think government is doing whatever necessary it is to provide an enabling environment for people to do their investment. For example, the introduction of small, medium, whatever enterprise, as I say,
SMEs.
Yes, SMEs. The key aspect, that's a very important in ministry, but it will all come down to the zeal and the willingness of people to actually go into business.
Yeah.
The government can do their part,
Yeah.
but the people, what are the people doing?
Yeah.
And for this country to thrive where it is, for us to begin changing the narrative in the future, it will come down to the men.
Yeah.
How they are aligning themselves with the country's value in terms of taking the country forward.
Yeah, true. I agree with you, Danji. You know, we say a man is a leader. A man is a leader. So whatever you do affects your surroundings as well. The government is doing their part. Okay, the government cannot go around dashing money, giving anyone. No. There are opportunities, a lot of opportunities. They cannot create jobs for everyone, but they can create businesses for some other people. That's how it is.
I want to just say
Real talk is when we think that the government owes us money, or probably they owes us jobs. That's where we get it
That's what the
wrong.
problem
That's
is.
the mind
That's
of
the problem.
a Zambian youth today.
Yes.
To say the government is owing me a job. When I'm done with university, all we want is to get employed by the government.
Yeah.
Peter, take us to the break, man. Take us to the last break.
You
Man.
guys are watching Main's World here on live TV. Watch us back.
Watch this back. I like it. We'll be right back.
Wow.
Welcome back. You are watching Men's World Discussion. It's live on live TV. You can also follow our discussion on Facebook as well as Twitter, or you can send your contribution to the number that is showing on the screen. So the topic today, we are discussing men and money.
Mula, pepper and jam. Namwamuna.
Zimbongo.
What's going on? Yeah. All right. Welcome back. We are definitely streaming live on our Facebook page. Do get interactive with us as you send your comment and contribution. What do you think men usually, of course, when it comes to men and money, what do you think comes to your mind? Is it spending? Is it putting money secretly or having? Last time we had more than one bank account secretly.
Yeah, that's what the problem is when it comes to me, because men loves money.
Yeah.
Men loves money.
Everybody loves money.
No, but men,
Dude.
Everybody loves money.
So it's not right.
Who hates money?
The topic we had last time,
Even the bishop loves money.
I know.
Yeah.
Real real talk, guys.
Offering,
Yeah.
You hear more of give your offerings when there is no one giving
The preaching
offering.
becomes
The
sweet.
preaching, yeah,
When
yeah,
there's
yeah.
On
money.
the gopher. That was a
bit.
builder, by the way, guys. Let's
Oh,
get
yeah.
back to let's get back to
Yeah.
okay. So when we left off, I think we were chatting on a number of things, and just going back to investment. One of the things that I've also seen that was going wrong in terms of our SMEs in the country is that the vision is only having a kiosk on a shop. It remains that you see that 20 years same shop. For example, if you go in Cairo or any other business outlet in city at CBD,
CBD,
you look at that shop, 20 years, count 20 years,
No.
you see the same size of the shop, same content, same material, same product,
Yeah.
same size of the
Yes.
product.
Yeah.
Where's the growth? So now it's coming to discipline, as you made mention, and how to be smart in terms of investment. And this is where we are challenged as men. Because one thing that we, as young as we are millennials, right? We're thinking about a lot of things. We're thinking about marriage, future, children, school. All that is expense. The question is, how now do we use our intellect to expand and grow our wealth? So this is now a conversation where we have to say that if you're a man, you cannot blame society or your neighbor to say that life is tough, Zambia is tough, I need to go to abroad, I need to do whatever. The question is, how are you aligning yourself with the right people? Of course, the right time cannot be defined. Only God can define the right time.
Exactly.
But how you manage your resources, discipline, and mentorship is very key. Capacity building, the brain is very important. One thing that people who are smart are good at, if they want to destroy the world, one thing people who destroy the world are good, what they do is that they focus on the mind. Just tapping into the mind. How are we going to realign the mind so they begin thinking like this? Then we can destroy them. But so if you do correct investment as a man in terms of how you control your mind, wealth is created. Guys, let me not exhaust you.
Yeah, and looking at because yeah, like I said earlier on before we went on the break, to say a lot of youths, a lot of us youths, especially Zambians, I'm targeting more Zambians youths because of what has been happening, because what I've seen happening in the society where we come from. We always blame the government, saying that there are no jobs, and to be real, the government will never provide. There are not enough jobs.
There will never be
Enough jobs
Let me
by the
bring it to
government.
the economic terms, as Barry
Economists.
says. There will never be a situation where employment equals zero. There will never be such a situation. Employment, there will always be that shortage of unemployment, that shortage of employment. So there will never be a situation where there will be zero unemployment rate. So that's why now we have to put in the aspect
We're
of
done equal to
diversification.
zero, by the way. So government might say we are employing 1,000 civil servants. That's completely equal to zero. Because how is the population? How many graduates have we have since 2008?
Imagine.
They're a lot.
And again, it's the question to say, what are they going to prioritize? The old people graduated old or the new? But also they will be affected. Because when they went to school, they were investing. So the question is, even teachers, and I always bring it to, and we're talking about male. We're not shifting any the blame. This is not a blame game. Teachers, for example, right? The sad story is, when you graduate as a teacher from a college, you begin waiting for government to announce after 5 years that there are job opportunities.
Imagine. You see?
Private, the reason why government has created an enabling environment for people to create private institutions, using your skill. One thing that when you go to a school, you acquire the skill. That is what you will be surviving on. So the question is, if you're a trained teacher or an accountant, what are you going to do to create your own opportunities with the skill that you have been given? So you make a school. That's why we see private school. Those who are smart are creating private schools. And they're doing very well. Accountants, they're opening agency and they're doing auditing for other people. And that's the key. Designers, what are they doing? You go to school for designers, not waiting to be hired by a company that makes clothing. No, they start making their own brands and they start making money. This is the conversation as men we need to be having.
True. I agree with you. You know, we need to tap into an entrepreneurial mindset. If we understand and we get to know who we are and what we want, in fact, let us be creators. We are procreators as God made us. Okay, God is our creator and we are procreators as well. So what we need to do, it does not mean when I say procreators, no, I mean, sorry, but I mean we have to create something. Okay, we have to create something. We have a lot in our hands. Like men out there, we have a lot in our hands. And if we cannot realize what we have, that's where it comes to blaming some other people. Because here's the thing. even back then, or woman, or back then, you used to know what you loved back then. You're like, okay, but I love this, I love to do this, I love to do this. Tap into that passion, try that out, or even an adult, try that out. You say, okay, yeah, but I used to love, or probably making, or motokayama.
Yeah.
I'm an engineer.
You are an engineer
Already.
and this is where and I know you guys wanna make mention of what we're talking about here. This is where we are, where when we're growing up, we all have, when they say success is beyond your fear, for example, when they say that, and then when they say that what you do with the least amount of effort is what you're good at. That's your talent. That's your thing. That's your niche. Yeah. That's what you need to be invested in. Yeah. The problem is we want to copycat. So he's a doctor. He's driving a Benz. I want to be a doctor. Yeah. You end up going in the wrong profession. Yeah, true. You don't excel. You don't grow your wealth as a man, for example.
I agree with Vindalis to come in to say, I think there are a lot of people who really, really lose their passion. To say, if I start a business, okay, so let's say I'm selling some stuff, okay, I'm selling some stuff, or probably I'm ordering, let's say, maybe accessories, or probably home appliances from China and stuff like that, that I'm bringing, I'm importing to Zambia and I'm selling. If, let's say, 6 months or 8 months down the line, that does not work out, and my other friends who sell probably clothes and whatever, they're doing well, and you feel like, and I think let me jump into clothing as well. Yeah. That's where a lot of people, I think, miss it. If you are working on something, consistency and perseverance, that really, really helps. Okay, let's say 6 down the line, you are working on something, you are creating a brand, people are recognizing you. They're recognizing you. A little by little, like, oh no, that one does that. Oh, that one does that. And then the longer you stay in the game, the longer you stay in your business, in fact, the trustful you become. And you will open doors for yourself, like a lot of doors, because people will trust you, because I know this guy has been genuine, or maybe this guy has been genuine for so long. You get the point? Yeah. It's like, if we're working on something, you know that it is your passion. This is what you really, really want. This is what you really love. Continue with that. It may may not be easy. It takes time. It takes time.
It's a painful road, but
but in the end you have to. The results will be positive. In fact, and we have to, let's stick to what we love.
Yeah.
Stick to your passion. That's about the mindset of being an entrepreneur. Yeah. So I think it's one of the aspects as well that a lot of youths we are lacking in the society, the aspect of entrepreneurship. Because if we can create that mindset, if we can create mindset of saying we don't need always to wait for the government.
What defines an entrepreneur? It's a person who is, for example, those are virtues. Those are virtues. But if a person is selling filters, for example. Is she or he an entrepreneur?
No, that's a business person. Yeah. An entrepreneur, we define an entrepreneur as a creator.
Yeah,
is an idealist. Yeah. An entrepreneur is a manufacturer of the idea.
I wanted us to make clear of that.
Yeah, because I've seen this term, they're used interchangeably in the society. So I'm entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur. So we usually, So as I was saying, so we need to impart that mindset in a lot of youths in the society to say, there's a lot of business they can do to generate money, especially men. Yeah. There's a lot of things that we can do to generate income.
And the other thing is we need to be excited when there's a problem as men. Yeah. When there's a problem, we need to be excited. Don't panic when there's a problem. In fact, call for problem. Because once you get the problems, when you provide the solution, that's what the big money is.
You make money. Yeah.
That's what the big money is.
That's one of the aspects of entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs, they create problems for people, so they can solve to make money out of it.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? True. So we need to have that mindset. Yeah. We need to have that mindset of being an entrepreneur.
I was even thinking, that our city is very dirty. Yes, our city is very dirty. So I was saying, what if we had a machine that could pass in the night and grab all that waste and just burn it and recycle it and fuel some kind of machine? I'm just saying. Yeah. So on Men's Word, we are thinking creative. And I hope you are also.
Mr. Shaw that also is teaching you guys to be entrepreneurs. Because I'm sure we're already giving out business ideas.
And all right, true. And you know, when we talk about being, I think having an entrepreneur mind, that's where the money is.
Yeah.
And we are talking men and money.
Yeah.
So if you're a man out there, you want to make some money,
Yeah.
stick to what we say here. You can pick. You cannot get everything, but
Yeah.
you can get one or two things. Try to make up something. I'm telling you, you will text later to say no.
Guys, you're not alone. Take for example myself. Real talk again.
Yeah.
We're using real talk because this is real talk.
Yeah.
Raw I'm working on what is known as airtime banking system.
Yeah.
It's called time bank, where
Yeah.
you convert talk time back into money.
Wow.
Okay.
And also where you bank the way you buy talk time, so you can enter those digits
Oh,
as in
yeah.
money.
Wow.
So the whole idea, I also want people to be savings as it was of 2 kwacha and 1 kwacha.
Yeah.
This is me still struggling in the process to make
Yeah.
the business model work,
Yeah.
but I'm not giving up. Am I not giving up? I'm a man and I've identified to
Wow.
say that this could work. By the
Yeah.
way, when you have an idea, make sure you patent it.
Any government official out there,
Get the right documents.
I hope no one understood that idea.
No, like
I
I'm
hope no
saying,
one understood that
like I'm
idea.
saying,
I
this
was
is what
about, I was about to say that your man
this is
stolen.
this is where we need to be having a conversation. Don't worry, I did my legal work. It's always when you are. That's why an entrepreneur always
Yeah.
make sure that the paperwork is done,
Yes.
Yeah,
so
true.
that when you start beginning making moves, it is
Yeah.
backed up by legal documents that
Yeah.
will also protect you.
Yeah, true.
And that's the difference between a businessman and an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
But anyway, let me not slice it to that side. Let's go back to our conversation.
Yeah.
So, the major challenge in Zambia is alcohol spending.
Yeah.
I say, okay, alcohol makers are in business.
And
yeah,
women
I get
spending.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also women.
Yes.
But one thing that we need to understand as Zambian is that we can always give ourselves a day when we can do all those drinking and enjoyment.
Yeah.
But in reality is that you need to make sure that much of your resources is invested in something that can be generational in terms of generational wealth, as we earlier mentioned, not something in a short-lived moment. And there's so many avenues that you can do that. And I was chatting with young people to say that nowadays, because the digital has taken advantage of our moment, so opportunities are digital-wise. There's cryptocurrency now.
Yeah, true.
There's Bitcoin,
Yeah.
and now there's forex trading. As who trade, you do forex trading. It's a very exciting thing.
Yeah.
You just start with the $10, which is when you evaluate that.
It's
It says
about
200 and something.
Yeah.
You start that. You start trading.
Yeah.
It's all about working with numbers.
Yeah.
But you create wealth for yourself. What you're doing there is that you are increasing the capacity of your mind to grow your wealth, and that's where we need to be discussing as men.
I want to speak about the aspect of young youths and drinking. You know, I feel as if youths in Zambia, but, I should say, I don't want to put the whole Africa, I want to exclude Africa, I want to put Zambia specifically, because I feel youths here in Zambia spend the whole of their salaries in unessential
How do you
goods.
spend your money?
I spend my money, well, I invest.
We want to know how you spend. Let's say you get 1,000. Just give us a typical example of how you spend your money.
Okay, so if I get 1,000, I'm an accountant, by the way. So I do cost accounting very well.
Yeah.
I'm good at that.
Break
So
it down.
Number one,
Let's break it down.
Talking numbers right now. We're talking numbers,
so
man.
I get a 1,000. I'm going to make sure that I account for my number one. I'm going to account for my rental fees. I'm going to make sure that of that 1,000, there is a particular amount that actually goes to my renters. Of that 1,000, I'm going to make sure as well that I tithe. I'm a Christian. I'm a believer. As well.
Yes,
Of that
10%
1,000,
goes
yes,
to God.
Of that 1,000, I'm going to make sure that I have the essentials that I need to make another 1,000 question. So that
Now the
transport-
question, now the key aspect is that essentials to make another 1,000. That's where the
That's where the
secret
problem
Yeah.
That's where the
comes
No,
in.
that's where the secret is. So how do you do that? Because when I teach our fellow men who are struggling in terms of managing finances to tap from your experience,
Okay.
how do you get those essentials to make
So-
another 1,000?
Yes, so those essentials. Now the problem is that don't pay for your essentials. Invest in something and let your investments now pay for your essentials.
Okay.
What do I mean by invest in something? You said you are a forex trader, so you can trade the remainder into what? Into forex trading. You can do what's this? Apart from forex
Stock
trading,
exchange.
stock exchange,
Buying bonds,
bonds and whatsoever. Even though people have little knowledge about bonds, bonds is actually credit.
That's what we're saying, capacity building
Yeah.
and also going to seminars and trainings. Yeah.
So, yeah, they do help
I
a
think
lot.
a lot of people. I think I've seen successful people
Yeah.
who've bought bonds and they've really made it. It really made it. Yeah, I have a few examples, and I learned from them. I'll not break the ice, but that's the direction I'm heading right now. I cannot lie to you.
No, it starts with you again. You have to
Yes,
have a
true.
self-belief.
Yeah,
Because self-belief now inculcates, it forces discipline in you with what you want to achieve.
Yeah, true.
Very important.
Yeah, true. And I feel like when it comes to spending, so we're talking about you spending money when it comes to drinking and stuff like that. I'd rather be on the other side of that. I'd rather be the one selling than me buying.
Okay.
Then I'll make money out of that.
Speaking about selling and buying, guys, time flies. But I want to allow us to do our evaluation because at the end of the day, we want to give information so that people can make an informed decision.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start with Frank. Frank, your last remark. And I never wanted to do this, like me asking you to. Probably you have your last word into the topic we had for our men folks out there.
Yes, so it's men and money. It's men and money. How do men tend to spend money, or how do us youths tend to spend money? So I think this is a very important topic that a lot of youths, especially guys that have to look into it, make sure they follow this program so that they can be learning different things. So I think men, we should know how to spend money. So one thing that I've emphasized on is discipline. Applying money to discipline. It doesn't matter how much you're getting. Because I've seen people with families, they're getting paid 1,800 and they've got a family and they've got people that they've got kids that they take to school. And you find that the same money that they're getting, as youth, we can't even manage to break it down. The only thing that we use is to spend it in unnecessary things. So I think discipline is very important when you have money, as well as budgeting, because you need to budget. First, in budgeting, you need to start with your priorities. What you know that you start with what you can do without. So when you have those top priorities that you have budgeted for these things, I need these things. These are needs that I can do without. So the rest of the money or the rest of the thing, you can invest. That's like you said earlier on. You can do some investment. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of business, small business that you can start with as low as 500 squat. I've seen a lot of youths making it. I've seen a lot of youths selling my slippers. I've seen a lot of youths selling clothes. They order clothes from Kamwala. It's not that they're stealing. They're using their initiative. They're using their initiative and they're selling those clothes. You buy a shoe for 150, it's later 250. That's not stealing. You're using initiative.
Free market economy.
Exactly. So you know what I mean. So I think discipline to money as well as budgeting. These two, they are very, very important, as well as investing as a man. We all know what we mentioned earlier on. A man, for you to be valued in society, a man, for you to be well respected in the house or in the family, you need money. Right? You need, but there's more. There is more to a man than just wearing a trousers. Because that's what my father used to tell him. The Franklin, there is more being a man than just wearing
a lady looks at your shoe and your
trousers.
watch. I know that he has got money.
You know what I mean? So, so gents, discipline, budgeting, this key, and investing, they're very, very important. I think those would be my last remarks.
I feel like you're concluded for everybody.
He's still in all my answers, but I'm going to add on this. You know, money and men. It's men worlds. Welcome. So when you speak about money and men, you're talking about discipline in society. You're talking about how you're viewed, how you're valued, how people think about you. So every man that actually is working there, getting a salary, maybe I'll give it on a ratio of 4,500 kwacha on average. That's how much you can get on a FaceTime job. So every youth that is working, number one, when they get their salary, they want to make themselves feel nice. That one moment, you go out Chicago's, you feel nice. The granddaddies and all those places. And again, they would want to pay their other type of expenses. You talk of rentals and also even. So what would define a man and money and how they respond to their goals? I'm going to speak about goals because, what defines a man for me is how goal-oriented you are. If you are goal-oriented, you are going to make sure that every bit of coin counts. You're going to make sure that your money is allocated in areas or channels that actually are going to benefit you in a long run instead of a short run. What do I mean by a long line? In the next near future, you're looking at 10 years from now, 5 years from now, instead of today and the next Saturday. You see? So
And tomorrow.
Exactly. So guys, let's learn how to budget, as he said, and let's be goal-oriented. Let's look at our goals. Let's look at where we can go tomorrow and how much we can achieve. Thank you
I
very
feel
much.
like you're preached on finances. James.
Okay, I think my final remarks will be, if you're a man out there, don't wait for anyone. Get up, go out there, go hunt, work, hustle, make money. Then you are a man. Period.
Yeah.
All right, on my end, I'll go with Confucius. Confucius says a person who says he can and a person who says he can't, they're both usually right. So one of the key elements is that don't invest in liabilities, invest in assets. What is an asset? Land is not an asset. It is an asset. Liability, car, yeah, fuel,
Oh, it
consumer.
depends.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
but to be real talk,
yeah,
yes, it is a
wrap it up.
liability
Yeah.
because it consumes. And once something consumes your money, you can buy it when you are comfortable, yes. But when you are struggling, you don't have to go for a liability. That's what I'm saying. You need to go for an asset so that it can start multiplying and giving you back money. That's what I'm saying. So, on behalf of the entire team, Mr. Chongo, can you zoom us up, Francois? We can also be there. Yes, that's all.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
On behalf of the entire strong men who boldly had to speak their mind. Thank you so much for joining us on Men's World, exclusively on live TV, channel 112, and on Facebook as well, if you are that person who likes to watch online as you do your business.
Yeah, I feel like watching this episode again.
It's not bad, guys. Kamento, bye, guys. Bye. Boom. Bye. All right, bye.
See you on Monday.
All right,
All right, bye.